This child has been crying non-stop since birth. The hospital conducted various tests but found nothing unusual. Then, this woman simply whistled softly, and the baby, who had been crying for 3 days and nights, immediately fell asleep peacefully. She then covered her right ear and continued trying to communicate with the baby mentally. Afterward, she took an amulet from a box and used it to suppress whatever was inside the baby's body. Next, the girl gently lifted the baby's eyelid and, sure enough, saw a strange figure in the pupil. This girl is Lisa, the most powerful witch in Korea. After confirming the baby's pupil, Lisa called the family over. Before the family could speak, Lisa already guessed that there must have been other people in the family who had experienced similar symptoms. Seeing how powerful Lisa was, the family quickly took her to a wealthy neighborhood. Although the villa was large and luxurious, the atmosphere inside was eerily unsettling. The baby's father, Jack, began to describe the strange events happening around him. His brother suddenly developed a mental illness and recently died in a psychiatric hospital. Since then, his son had been crying non-stop every day, and Jack himself was plagued by nightmares, always dreaming of a large hand trying to strangle him. As a witch who dealt with ghosts daily, Lisa immediately sensed that something was wrong with the air inside Jack's house as soon as she stepped inside. She confidently told Jack that the family's ancestral grave was the cause of the issue. However, relocating graves was not part of Lisa's services, and such matters should be handled by a professional. John, the most renowned feng shui master in Korea, was busy relocating graves for others at the time. Before starting his work, he would always take a handful of dirt and taste it carefully. Soon after, Jack and his group drove into a remote mountainous area and then had to walk over 2 more hills to reach their destination. After a while, they finally arrived at Jack's family's ancestral grave. What puzzled everyone was that a wealthy family like Jack's had a small mound of earth as their ancestors' burial site. Jack explained that they feared grave robbers, so the tomb was kept simple and unadorned. John continued his usual routine, tasting some dirt before approaching the tombstone. To his surprise, there were no names on it, just a string of strange numbers. With a serious expression, John asked the wealthy family why they had buried their ancestors there. Jack simply explained that his grandfather had made significant contributions to the country, and a monk had personally arranged the funeral and chosen the burial site. John fell into deep thought. After thinking for a long time, John refused to take on the task of relocating the grave. His refusal was so firm that he didn't offer any explanation, which left Lisa and the others in an awkward situation. The companions who had accompanied him in the car asked John why he had refused such a lucrative offer. John explained that the gravesite was too full of negative energy. If they forced the relocation, everyone might lose their lives. Then John asked Lisa if she had seen any foxes because the appearance of a fox at the site was an ominous sign. However, Jack still didn't want to give up. He showed John a picture of his son, saying that it was the only time the baby had smiled. 2 other children had already died young, and if the situation wasn't resolved, this son would also meet a similar fate. Jack then made another high-paying offer. This thrilling film is titled Grave Robbery, which will be released in Korea in 2024. If you're interested, you can watch the original.